All right.
I feel I don't. I like the fucking intro, dude. I like to hear the fucking intro for some reason.
I don't know, man. I think it leads to like a more of a. I don't know. I don't like having to introduce the episode. I like when we just fucking get it going.
No, I'm saying like our actual intro, like hearing it.
Well,
in
this
the
is a
mic.
shitty intro to an episode right now. I'm talking
Well,
about
you
this.
can cut this shit out, right?
No,
Yeah,
we're
I can.
going. We're going.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I
You gotta
got
start off.
What did I say? Hold on. Let me
And
see.
just like that,
Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute in, the resentment struck.
What are your New Year? Come on, dude. This is the new year.
To choose better friends.
I can see
Stuck
that.
with us.
I think you are stuck with us.
I
How do you feel about that?
I feel grateful, dude.
I kind of got stuck with you guys before I really got to know you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Fucked up, Jordan.
I know. You did. Dude. You kind of got thrown into it for sure.
No regrets.
I don't know. I think it's worked out so far.
Mm.
Right, Goomer?
I think so.
Yeah. Dude, you're talking this episode.
You're not sick anymore.
Yeah, you're not sick anymore, dude. You're
I know.
COVID free.
I know.
Can we talk about the COVID experience on this?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Bring
No,
it
I
in.
think that's illegal.
Like Kevin Hart says, man. Let's just point the elephant in the room, man. Is that how you say it? That's not how you say
Point
it.
out the elephant in the
How
room.
are you
Point,
guys feeling, dude? Donnie?
I feel good, dude. I'm back.
Dude, I told you the first thing that somebody said to me when I got to the meeting the other night, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looks right at me. He says, "Oh, dude, you don't have any more symptoms? Oh, you're not sick no more?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You had COVID." I was like, "I did not have COVID." He goes, "Yeah, you, Donnie, Jordan, Guma, y'all had COVID." I was like, "No, we did. Like, that's not true. I don't have COVID, bro." So apparently, the rumor around the fellowship hall is that we were all out because we all had COVID, which is
Oh.
not true.
No. I have yet to get COVID. So
I haven't got it either. Been tested twice though. Knock on fake wood. How you feeling, dude? Because you,
Yeah, it comes.
Do
Comes
you-
and goes.
Have you been tested, Goomer?
No.
So how do you know you
it
had
comes and goes. COVID comes and goes.
Dude, it comes in waves, bro.
it? Yeah.
One day you're feeling good, and
Sorry,
you're like,
Dad.
hell yeah, I'm in the clear. I'm cured. And it just comes back the next day. You're like, fuck.
You know what's funny? When you texted me when you texted us the picture of your results, Donnie,
Mm-hmm.
I was on the 9th hole with one of my buddies. And I looked at him, and we're sitting next to each other in a golf cart for 9 holes of golf up to this point. And I look at him, I was like, "Hey, man, someone I was just with just tested positive for COVID." I was like, "Do you want me to wear my mask?"
A little late.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, it's a little fucking late for that. We're on like hole number 9 right now." I was like, "I'm not bad, dude. You just texted me. I wanted to let you know.
That's
This is a decent thing to do, dude."
yeah.
How was everyone's New Year? It was good. We had a good time. Fireworks in pockets.
Yeah, dude.
So what happened with that? Well, I saw the video, but
Dude, Bree didn't even get the best part of it.
No.
I feel like Goomer started it though. If Donnie put a firecracker in Goomer's pocket, Goomer must have started it. Is that how it happened?
Goomer fucked with the bull and he got the horn.
It's not. What happened?
No?
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
I'm trying to think what happened. I think I was just throwing them at you, right?
He
Like
was,
a little bit.
He was faking, yeah, throwing
was
them at
faking
my
it.
feet and like acting like he was gonna put it in my pocket. So he went to act like it. So I lit one and I went to put it in his pocket and I went to slip it in there and he took off running and it just like pulled it out of my finger and ended up in his pocket.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So it went off and burned his new coat. He got mad and then he did it to me and burnt my brand new hoodie that I got for Christmas.
He was rolling up, feeling himself.
I know,
too, in that
dude. I
hoodie,
felt
bro.
so bad.
He rolled up.
You
All
look
right.
good.
I got a new one coming.
You told your mom about it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
mom.
No, I asked her to give me a new one.
Boys will be boys.
When all else fails, call mom.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right. Well, thank you guys for not making that story nearly as entertaining as it should have been, because that was actually a really good time to watch. Everyone around, there was like 20 people outside too, Jordan. And
Yeah.
everyone is just looking at these two fools put fireworks in each other's pockets.
My best fireworks story is like, so I used to sell fireworks like I told you guys.
That makes so much sense.
like
You
a lot
would.
of fireworks.
You
dude.
would.
So I used to, that's how I
Dude, you know
used
what
to
I
buy
picture you
thousands
as?
of dollars.
I picture you as Danny McBride in Tropic Thunder.
I have no idea who that is.
Damn
but-
it, dude. I know, I can't
I'm
win.
about to put napalm on this jungle's nuts.
So, but I had some really, I had some really good connections with fireworks. So we'd go across state lines and pick them up and stuff. And my one buddy, he used to get like the, whatever black market fireworks, the ones that they, you have to have a license to have, like 4-inch mortars that with a whole stick of dynamite in them. And then we had these massive Roman candles that were like 3 feet long, and each shot had a half a stick of dynamite in them. It held like 6 shots. So you have to bury them in the ground. So I'm all fucked up every 4th of July. Like this is every year the cops would come to my house for our 4th of July parties.
They just made their rounds. They just knew to show
yeah,
up.
well, people would call the cops. We were lighting off illegal, big ass, like huge fireworks, like not like some little
Right?
Arizona pussy stuff that they got going on out
Easy,
here.
man.
Hey.
I'm just kidding, dude. But anyways, so I bury this thing. It's my first time. All my friends and shit, and my neighbor, we're super close. I grew up around him. He was a severe alcoholic, and he's always drunk and shit. So I light this Roman candle. I bury it. I light the end of it. So I buried it upside down. The Roman candle shoots out of the ground, and my neighbor is on his porch, drunk as hell. So the Roman candle starts shooting him on his porch, dude, and he's jumping around like swearing, screaming, motherfucking us, like, and this thing's just blowing up half sticks of dynamite all over him and his house. The funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, and it's shooting across the yard. Like it's backfiring and shooting, and every time it aimed right at him. Dude, everyone at my party was watching it, and we were like, I was laughing so hard I couldn't control it. And he was just hammered, dancing around on his porch with these fireworks. Like some of them would be the ones like it would hit and then like crackle all around, and the other ones would just be one big ass like bang. It was funny, man. I'll never forget that shit.
That's hilarious.
That makes a lot of sense then, compared to what I just saw with you two.
Well,
It was great. I enjoyed it.
I didn't.
He was pissed.
I went on a hunt for that jacket, man.
Oh,
I saw in the video when I saw the Instagram post, I was like, that looks like a new jacket.
Dude, it took me 3 weeks, and I had to settle with the brown one. I actually wanted military green.
Well,
Yeah.
But I was just like,
I
fuck
remember
it.
you talking about this.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I
well
was
now,
looking for that
now
jacket.
you know where to find another one.
It was the last one. It was the last one, dude.
Oh, now you get the green one that you always wanted. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm over it.
We'll trade. You burned my hoodie, I burnt your jacket, so we're good.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun.
Was it fun?
It was
It
a
was.
good time.
It was.
I had a great time, man. Jordan,
Yeah.
I wish you were there, bro.
Dude, let's.
Yeah.
So do I, dude. I didn't know what our plan was going to be for New Year's. I kind of just have been on this thing all year where every holiday has just been so underwhelming. Like I guess I kind of try to make a big deal of it. Like I get excited for Christmas, I get excited for 4th of July, I get excited for Thanksgiving, but it's just like has missed. So when
What
I
do you
got
mean?
like not like a disappointment, it was just like, okay, well that was over. I mean, it was just nothing happened, you know?
Do you
And
think it has anything to do with like the whole like first in sobriety thing?
I mean, I think so, like well, luckily it seemed like well, during Thanksgiving is usually like I used to drink a lot, but I don't know. I was more excited to just like be with my family and actually be there and be present. So I didn't
Right.
really like miss the drinking, but it still is just, I mean, I honestly think it's just being older. The holiday just doesn't really have that, I'm old enough now to where you're not doing your childhood traditions anymore. And, I haven't really started any of my own traditions. This is like my first year being sober and like, I'm doing it with my parents and all
Right.
that stuff. So it's cool. So it's just been underwhelming. So I had the opportunity to go work and make a lot of money being there. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to I don't have any plans. I'm not planning on getting drunk. I have a chance to make a lot of money, so I'm just gonna go do it.
So did you?
And,
Sorry to cut. Did you like? I mean, was this work thing? Because you picked up a shift. We all really wanted you there, but you decided that's what you needed to do, and whatever. That's cool. Do you feel like that was almost like a protection thing for you?
Oh, it was 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Last New Year's, I got completely wasted, drunk texted my ex, blacked out, fucking woke up, started chugging a bunch. Like, I think one of my friends dared me to just take like 5 shots straight right when I woke up. It took 5 shots and they took me to pho.
No,
I was all
nice.
over the place. So it's just like,
You didn't drink any sodas, did you?
no, not this time. Didn't throw up at the pho place this time. But it was just one of those, like, it was like New Year's Eve is the most triggering day of the year for me because I want to party on New Year's Eve.
Right.
So it was, I don't have any plans, so I'm going to go work. So I don't even think about it, and it was, because I mean, I figured we might end up doing something, but on the off chance we did it, I didn't want to be sitting at home by myself while all my friends are out partying, like all my friends back home and stuff.
Right.
And I'm not and just going through all these thoughts. Because they even crept in yesterday while I was at work, but luckily I was at work, so it was very distracting.
Right.
I wish I was with you guys, but I definitely think it was a smart move.
No,
to do.
I'm glad, and that shows a lot of maturity, man. Like, and I think. And it's something that I still deal with too, and I could probably speak for the group. It's kind of one of those things like you never want to be the first to leave because I don't want to miss something hilarious or something that happened. You know what I mean? And I know that that's been the case for a lot of our recovery, even just together. It's like, well, it's 4 a.m. You gonna leave? You gonna leave? Who's gonna leave? So to see you just like make whatever responsible decision that was for you, bro, like that's dope, man. And again, we do wish you were there. I had a really good time, man. Goomer, you showed up. Donnie, you showed up. We played some left, right, center. Dude got savage at the left, right, center with the neighbors, man.
Nice.
My plan worked. I won the pot. I won the money. I divided the table in halves and put them at war with one another and kept the prime real estate right where I was, and it worked out great, dude. And Goomer is still dead over there. So
I'm just mad, dude, that people like listen to him. Fucking believe his bullshit. I'm just looking at him like this motherfucker.
Dude, this is my second sober New Year's, and yesterday I still had the thought. I was on the phone with like some of my family members, and I'm like, damn, yeah, right now I'd be freaking getting a haircut, getting a couple bottles, getting some cocaine, and like getting ready for the night. And I still went and got a haircut, or like I'd be out buying an outfit like for New Year's Eve, and like 'cause every year I had a big ass party at my house.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. Every New Year's Eve, that was just the ritual from the time I could ever remember. It was a little kid. We had a party at my house for New Year's Eve, and especially when like in my early 20s, I'd have like 100 people at my house, dude. It was just insane. So. And then last year, like I spent my first one at my sponsor's house with his whole family and stuff, and played LCR, and I won. It was just, it was a cool new experience, And this time when I got the haircut, like I was feeling good, ready for the new year, and I did a lot of reflecting back on the year, like the past year, but I still went and did the same thing. I went and hung out with my friends. They were all like my friends out here that all drink and stuff, and I still had a good ass time and laugh with them. It's.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that shit anymore, but I can still, go around that stuff.
Well, and you mentioned too, and Jordan, you mentioned like the childhood like traditions. You mentioned like the parties that you guys used to have, a bunch of people over there. That's the one thing that I really do miss too. I feel like the traditions have started going away. The parties, like the family parties, aren't what they were. All that type of stuff. So it is kind of like even in recovery, that's one new thing, but also like kind of growing and starting to get into my own vibe and whatever it is into how we spend the holidays, in 2021, man. I feel like we're all pretty stoked on it. I'm like really hyped on it, and I've never been really one for New Year's resolutions, but like this year I'm like, dude, this is the year. Like I want to make some serious like changes. I want to like grow from this year. I want to like step into this year, and I want to like remove fear from my life, and I want to be able to start getting my time and my freedom back and doing the things that I love. And trying to live a life that I'm like stoked on, you know? So, I mean, I guess in the spirit of a New Year's resolution, I mean, I want to know, like, so what do we got going? Jordan, like, what's something this year, man, that has you stoked out that you want to get into, that you want to get accomplished? What is your New Year's resolution?
My main one is I want to do a lot more like photo and video and editing and all that stuff. I want to be more creative. I want to get back in touch with like the things that like being able to do this podcast and like doing the editing and all that stuff. It's re-sparked that bug that was in me, you know, back when I was 21, and I'm relearning most of the stuff that I did then, but I want to like take it a step further and really like just start putting out videos, like not just for us, but on my own personal Instagram, and really get that creative juices flowing on a more constant basis, and just do it for fun, you know?
Yeah.
Just do it for my mental health and just because it's something that I love to do. That's something that I really want to, you know, go out there. And I think it kind of goes along with the fear aspect too, because every time I do try to say I want to do that, I get so afraid of making anything or putting anything out that I never do anything. So I want to step beyond that boundary and just start making stuff, just whatever it is.
Well, I like what you said, like the whole mental health aspect. I really believe in that. And I really believe that for me, at least, that's one gift of recovery is like when I got out, like I fell in love again with skateboarding. I fell in love again with making music, just music, period, all of it, you know. And that's something I had a conversation with you about too. I was like, bro, I think you need to play the drums. I think you need to start like getting something, you know, because I need you out of this funk.
I've been struggling, bro.
Yes, you have. But
I don't know, man.
I think there's a change.
I'm just
due.
I'm over this, like the holidays and stuff like that. Like I had good holidays with my family and stuff like that, but you know, towards the end, this whole Corona, dude, was just like it was shitty. It was shitty, dude. It was just I can see why like the holidays and isolating and not being connected and growing resentments and just I can see clearly why stuff like that like takes people out, man. I was in a dangerous place, but it was like I wasn't doing anything about it.
Well, you haven't been like in a healthy place.
Yeah, like
I don't know how dangerous or not dangerous it was, but
I mean, I started thinking about it. I was just like, but it was like I wasn't gonna do it. Like I was like, you know what to say? Like I was romancing the drink or whatever. Like I thought about it. I was like I actually listened back to the last episode we recorded, and Donnie was like, I didn't hear it when we were recording, but listening back to it, it was like that thing that you were talking about that I caught on to. It's like that whole year was so intense, dude. And I think I was at that place where I was like, I was trying to get that intense feeling of recovery, that pink cloud, that all that stuff, and it wasn't coming back. And I was like, man, is this all recovery is about? But once I realized all that stuff, that what I was chasing, I was like, it is what it is, and I'm just growing in a new way. And I wasn't like looking or appreciating the new growth and the new place that I'm in now. I was just kind of like I wanted the old stuff and focusing on the past. And I'm just like, it is what it is. Like I had an amazing first year of recovery with you guys, and it's gonna keep going. So as long as I like focus on this year, man, and just keep doing the things that work, I think it's gonna be all right.
Well, so what's some of the stuff you've been going through, man? Like let's just put it out on the table right now. Like, I mean, what's some of the stuff that you've been struggling with internally, or why do you feel like? I mean, do you just feel like that pink cloud is gone, and that you're kind of, because how it was put to me was that first year of recovery, like that's the, you know, it's like a gift essentially. But then that second year, and we're in the second year, it's like when the work starts, and it's like when that dude told me, you know, you start feeling your emotions that first year, but then the second year, it's time to comprehend your emotions.
Right.
Do you think, is it something like that going on?
Yeah. I mean, I started understanding them. Like, I just got lazy, man. I got lazy with everything, dude. Like, with work, program. I just got lazy with everything, man. I got complacent, and I was just like, I'm just into a new relationship, and everything is going good.
Yes, you are.
Man.
Babe, what's up, babe?
Yes, you are. That was weird.
Like cupcaking it hard, bro.
Yeah. So, what's the New Year's resolution, man? You got something?
Just make healthy decisions, man, and stick with them. Like that's one thing that I struggled. Like making a choice, you know, like that whole fear thing that holds us back, like you were talking about, or like I'm in a good place, man, and I'm at a point where it's like, where do I go from here? It's like, what do I want? Like, you know, now that I have a choice to pick up or drink again, like, or not to drink, it's just like, and it's not even an option. Like the obsession has been lifted, but it's like, where do I want my life now? Like I have a life now, and it's cool, man. It's one of the gifts that recovery has me. It's like, well, what do I want to do? What am I passionate about? What do I want? Like, it's a scary thing. It's overwhelming, but like, I've always wanted to be in like the medical field or like, I mean, I love recovery. I'm really passionate about it, and I've never been so passionate about anything besides this and music. And I want to start playing music. I got that phone call. I haven't talked to this buddy in like 3 years, and we were like really close, and we were making music together. And you know, after that phone call, he told me, he's like, dude, you should start playing, you know, drums again. And I thought about it, and then he calls me like 2-3 days later. You know, I haven't talked to him in like 3 years, dude. And I was like, holy shit. He's like, dude, I want to start making music again. He's like, and you know, I found some old songs of mine. He's like, let's re-record them and just to get back in the groove and stuff. And you know, I told you, I was like, do you want to be on this? And you're just like, well, if I like it, I'll think about it.
That's not even.
That's exactly what
happened.
And it took me a minute to catch on to it, dude. I was just like, and I could see George just laughing his ass off. I was like, what is this dude laughing about? And then it clicked. I was like, this egotistical motherfucker, dude.
That's not how I meant it, bro.
I know, but I had to
was
give you shit.
hilarious.
It was hilarious.
I ended up liking it too, dude.
That's all right.
You're just, you know, fear, bro.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. It's like, that's one thing I want to do. It's just make a choice, man. Go, whether it's going into, I don't know, school or be fucking, you know, I don't know. I really don't know, but I just want to make a choice and like really stick with that path and stay focused and go after that stuff now, man. I feel motivated again, dude. Like I was telling Donnie in the drive over here, I was like, dude, like, why can't I get out of this fucking funk, dude? I'm struggling. Like, I couldn't figure it out, man.
What'd you tell him?
It's tough.
It's tough. First, I said that's tough to validate. His
That's your
experience.
famous line.
That is my famous line, Dylan. No, I can relate with that, dude. I've been exactly where you're at, like where at the time you're at. I went through spells of laziness and procrastination and all that shit, and I still struggle with it a lot. But you know, resolutions. I don't technically believe in resolutions.
Mhm.
I believe more in like setting goals and a plan, like to do the goal. Because like for me, for the longest time in my addiction, I said I was gonna do this. I had all these fucking master plans and these master ideas and like all this crazy shit, like business ideas, like even in my addiction. And I would always say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And I never did a damn thing, like never. And my whole idea to get into real estate and another idea to move out to Arizona was for like a solar company, like a big commercial solar company was one of my ideas. And I said I was going to do it, and I never did it because I just talked about it. But once I got sober, it was like when that guy that counselor, man, really opened my eyes up and gave me the whole analogy of the lion and the gazelle. And he was like, what are you going to be? You know, in life, you're going to fucking be the gazelle and run from fear and all your emotions and feelings for the rest of your life, or are you going to look towards something and you know, run for it? I mean, they both wake up and run for their lives, but what are you gonna be the lion? He basically asked me like that question, and
You're gonna be hungry.
Yeah, he was like, you're gonna be hungry and like feed your family, dude. Like that's basically what he said, and it just at that moment, you know, I was feeling all these emotions and feelings, and it just hit me on like a whole different level, and I grabbed onto that for a long time, but that was the biggest thing is when I got out. You know, I read some books in rehab that really impacted my life. And the biggest thing that all the books said was take action, dude. So that's what I started doing. I literally set a goal and a plan, and I just started doing it. And I hit a lot of fucking obstacles and challenges and setbacks. But every time I always learned from it. And like, that was one of the biggest things that is my self-awareness, I guess, that I have now. And to look at everything in a different perspective, like it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, and what can I learn from it? And I don't know, man. I'm excited about 2021. Like I have some goals that I want to really.
What are those goals, man?
I mean, my goal is to really grow my real estate business to like a high level. You know, like that I don't. So my first year, I guess, was more about learning, and then now I'm to the point where I know everything, and I've built a confidence where like I can. I guess my mindset is I've got more confident and I see other people doing it, and I'm like I realize that I can do anything I want to now. Like, and for a long time I let that fear just fucking cripple me. Like I think I let fear control everything I do and everything I don't do. In the moment that I realize that fear is bullshit, and just as I recognize the thoughts, and then I just take action, and it crushes that fear instantly. As soon as I start moving, that fear is gone. So, but no, I really want to, I have some, I don't talk about all my freaking,
Right.
business shit that I'm trying to do, but
Well, you don't have to get into details.
yeah. No, I mean, grow my real estate business too, like back in Ohio and here, both states. So.
Well, I think this year has a lot of potential for all of us, man. I know for me personally, I really wanted same thing, real estate. At first I'm going to quit my job, and then I'm going to jump back in, because even as the little time I put into real estate, that's still where most of my living is made, right there. So I do want to kind of step out of that fear, but that fear is like a tough thing to step out of for me, man. It does control a lot of what I do, and I think a lot of it has to do with just like low self-esteem and maybe not believing in myself the way I should, or maybe that people around me have at times, so it kind of just puts doubt in my mind and makes me think like there's something wrong with me, or there's just something that I don't have, or I don't know. It makes it tough, man. A lot of times I just don't feel good enough, or maybe that I don't
That's
deserve
crazy,
it.
dude.
You know what I mean? Or that I just don't deserve the success that I want at times. You
That's
know?
crazy.
Dude, I've deep down in every person, I don't care who you are, there's always that thought of not being enough, and not being like, I'm not smart enough. Our minds are fucking powerful, man. And they play tricks on
Great
us.
salesman in the morning, still the only one buying the bullshit.
I'm
right?
the best salesperson when my alarm goes off.
Right. Convince myself why I can't do shit that day. Yeah, no, man. But same thing, dude. The real estate shit. I want to get into some different areas of real estate beyond just being an agent. And this podcast, man, like I really want to free up time to where we can put more time into the podcast and just have more fun with it, man. Because Goomer, it's like we said, dude, that time, like, what do you like to do? Like bullshit with my boys, dude.
What are you passionate about?
Yeah.
Bullshit with my friends.
Yeah.
I'd like to make this a job one day, man. Just sit here and work on it all week, bro.
Yeah, if anyone wants to pay us, shameless.
GoFundMe.
Something, dude.
I don't know, man. That's when, I mean, I'm all in, dude. We had that talk like after we all just left the meeting, and that talk like really like it just hit me with that dude, man. Like, it's something that's just I've been struggling. I've been 1 foot in, 1 foot out from this podcast for a very long time, dude. And he just changed my perspective on it. I'm just like, all right, that's exactly what I need to hear. Like, I'm all in. No. It's just crazy, man. Because I was struggling for a while.
Yeah, no. We all know.
We know.
It was hard, man, because it aligned so much like with like all my old behavior, man, and I didn't know how to separate it.
Well, I feel like you like literally like you. I mean, I feel like you made the correlation with this and your music so much. Like you compared this to a band like that you were in or something like that.
It's exactly
so hard.
It's exactly how I saw it, man. Like, which kind of is, right?
It's very similar.
It's really
As someone
similar.
else that was also in a band. I know what you mean.
To I guess a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
And that goes to anything like making a real estate team and shit like that. I mean, that's just I guess my perspective and the closest thing that I can compare it to.
Who's the guitarist in this group?
Not you.
Who's the lead singer?
Not you.
Who's the drummer?
You're the groupie, bro.
I'm the bass player.
Bass player.
There's nothing wrong with
I've been a bass player in a
bro.
band before.
What's wrong with the bass player?
I love bass players.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, honestly though, what were some of the things you're struggling with, like with as far as that comparison? Because you talked a lot about old behaviors.
It was a lot of like parent guilt. Like I didn't realize it, but the conversation I had with them was just like, holy shit, dude! Like I struggled so much, like, and have so much guilt not being there for my oldest and kids, and just throwing I guess you could say life away, man. That not necessarily that I felt like this is what I was doing. Like that's what the struggle was, because I felt good. I was passionate about it. Like I'm in recovery. Like I'm really like I really love this stuff, but it also takes time away from certain things, right? Like we're here at certain times, and it's like sometimes it's like at the drop of the hat we had to figure this out, because all of us are around the same time. We all have jobs. We all trying to get recovery and meetings and all this stuff. And for me, it was like, and then it had a lot to do with my family too. Cause like I would go and do this, and they were just like, you need to go be with the kids. You need to take care of your kids, take care of your kids, take care of your kids. So like that would just set in here on the drives over here, or like meeting with you guys. That was already on the mindset. Like just had that parent guilt on me, where I was just like, fuck dude, like I should be with my kids instead of doing this, bullshitting with my friends. But it's like, the dude, what really flipped my perspective on that was just like, well, he's like, dude, don't you sponsor people? He's like, don't you go to meetings and this and that? And he compared it to other stuff in a positive way. Well, I was like, yeah. He's like, well, sponsoring and taking someone through the steps and meeting up with someone, like that takes time and sacrifice out of your life and this and that. He's like, this is the same thing, but on a bigger platform. He's like, what kind of feedback have you been getting from the podcast and stuff like that? I was like, nothing but good stuff, man. That's what made it so hard. It's like, yeah, it felt so good. And I have a passion for it. And all I heard was like, hey man, like what you said this one episode, or what you said this and that, really helped me. And I really appreciate all the people that listen and send us messages and comments and likes and all that stuff. Like that really helped me so much stay here. Cause if it wasn't for those messages or comments or tags or shout outs or anything like that, like I would have probably left a long time ago. So people that are listening to this right now, or whatever platform you listen to, like from the bottom of my heart, like I really do mean a thank you, because that literally kept me in this chair right now and around these guys. Because if it wasn't for all that stuff and all that feedback, it was just like I would have probably left, man. Because every time I would have prayed, I was like, God, give me a sign, give me a sign, give me a sign that I should keep, pursuing this or doing this with the guys. One of you guys would just screenshot or send me a message like, hey dude, and it was like certain things that I said, or someone will reach out to me that I know, a family member, like, hey dude, thank you for what you're doing, because it's resonating with me so much and it's helping me so much. And so I just take those as God working in my life and taking little shots at me, or God shots, that I was like, okay, I'm going to continue doing this. And not until like, New Year's Day and New Year's and, all this stuff that's going on in my head, and then having that conversation after that fire ass meeting that we just left, dude. It was just like it all
about
clicked.
action.
Yeah, about action. And all this stuff, dude, that I was just like, all right, I'm really about this now. Like it's like all in, because it's like, it's not like my band, and I'm not like, isolate or like, neglecting my kids or anything like that. Like I'm doing the best that I can, but it's just like, I have a passion for this, man. Like what else am I going to do? Like it was a hard thing for me to figure out for a very long time.
Well, for me, and I can't speak for you guys, but I know for me, a lot of this is scary. It is, putting ourselves out there, putting my life out there in a way that I know a lot of people close to me are going to hear, and they're going to hear parts of me that they've never heard, and that alone can be fearful. But I know that one of the reasons that I went to, one of the big reasons I got motivated, I was up all night, and somebody else out there was brave enough to put their testimony out. And I stayed up in my Jeep doing drugs for hours, watching this testimony over and over and over. And I had never resonated with something so much. And the description of his feelings and emotions, and it wasn't the exact same experiences, but the feeling was there. And I remember watching that, and it was like, all right, like I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like I'll go. Like, and this was around that same, like within a few days of me telling Bree, like, I'm down to go to treatment. Your story alone, your story, like you guys helped me just listening to some of your guys' stuff, man. Like I get stuff out of just listening to you guys.
Dude, it's crazy. We'll sit here and do the podcast and like talk, and we're all kind of riffing and going off just how we feel and all that stuff. And then like there's always one thing that like one of you guys will say, and then we get on a little topic, and that resonates with me throughout the week. Like I'll sit and I'll build on it, and like, oh, I didn't realize that about myself, and like take something that you guys said, or like like I think about it all week long, and I'll end up like sometimes just going out to my parents and being like, I gotta talk to you because this has been on my mind, and just blah, all this stuff. I'm like, we said it on the podcast. But it really does. It's helpful and therapeutic, like to me, us being here and doing this. But yeah, like I agree, man. It's definitely scary. I feel like we're getting better at, putting our stuff out there and not being so fearful. So that's a little bit of step in the right direction for that New Year's resolution. But Goomer, that's something at least that I could also apologize for. In other words, but I never really like think about like your thought. I forget about your kids.
Right.
Because I don't have kids, so that's not something that like goes through my head.
No,
so that's something that like I didn't even really realize you were going through, and that's good to hear. So that's just I'm right.
I appreciate those words, man. That really does, but it's not like you said. It's not your job, It's my recovery. It's my life and this and that. At the end of the day, you guys all told me like, dude, like I don't want to force you to do something that you don't want to, but. It's your choice. I don't want you to not do the show with us or anything like that, But I mean, it was just something that I would compare, like it was just like that parent guilt, man. But like when I would play music, I did it for so many years. But all I would do is just party and do drugs and chase women and all that stuff that comes with that scene, dude. That bar scene. So like, it was just not sitting well with me, and just guilt, and then people throwing it in my face because in their eyes, they're not seeing what I'm doing. They're not. My family is not saying, they're literally seeing old behavior of me just, hey, peace out, like I'm out. Like it's like I'm playing a show, I gotta go to band practice and this and that. And they're like, dude, your kids. And it's like, so in their eyes, it's part or perspective is still like part of the same behavior and stuff like that. So they're just hitting me from a different angle. But then like I'm passionate about this. I want to do this. I think it's something positive in my life, and it keeps me sober, and I love to do it, man. I really do love recovery, man. And that's why you could see in those last episodes that I was just like, I was staying quiet, and because in the early episode I was like, yeah, dude, like put all my shit out there. Because going back to the testimony, like people reached out to me, and there were speakers that hit me and that helped me. I was like, and blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, the recovery is a fucking thing. Like you don't have to live in your addiction and your addiction control you and live that type of life. And I'm really passionate about that because I literally was at a point where I was suicide, man, and I had no way out until I found the fellowship and the literature and the programs and stuff like that, rehab and all that stuff. And that's all I want to do, because who knows what, something that I can say that just hits that light bulb with someone. It's like, holy shit, dude. Like, you never know, dude. One thing can change someone's, world. I was telling you about the gas station right now. That girl, we're playing for
Oh God, what did you guys do at a gas station?
No, it is, dude. It was so funny, dude. That just takes like, that was hilarious that you said it was just like a positive, inspirational thing to like the girl working at the gas station. Yeah, but I was in Ohio, dude, and I went to like hang out with some friends or something. And I just got like a new winter hat, for Christmas, and my mom and my sister or something were like, don't leave your hat there or something like that. And I was like,
a winter hat.
I was like, I don't.
Ohio snow cap.
A snow cap.
Anyway, I was like,
the fuck's a snow cap?
I was like, no. I was like, I don't leave my shit. I don't get fucked up and leave my shit everywhere anymore. And they started laughing. I was like, all I do is just walk around and sprinkle positivity everywhere. And they fucking were dying laughing. But dude, you never know when one thing, man, is going to impact someone. Like even holding the door for someone, dude, like it's crazy. I don't know, man.
That smile.
That hurt,
dude. Just a hello. Like, hey, how's your day doing?
Just to recognize someone.
They were buying monsters, dude.
What'd you do, bro?
We're buying monsters, dude. And then I was like, she just looked like she was tired or whatever in her shift. And I was like, yo, you know what this year's could bring you? Or what did I say? I was like,
oh God,
you know what this year's gonna bring you? And she's like, what? I was like, 365 opportunities.
Oh my God.
And she was like, oh yeah.
Every day. Dude, but it's so fucking true.
You've been hanging out with Donnie too much.
Hey man,
Great to be here. Great to be sober.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've just been talking mad shit to all of you guys, man. So I apologize to all of you, dude. Like this past month has not been like Dude, I don't know how you guys did not hit me in the fucking face.
Oh, I thought about it. We've all talked
I was
about
here
it.
for you, dude.
Thank you.
I'm here.
Oh,
when you're
shut
ready.
the fuck up.
Dude, no, I believe now with wholeheartedly and everything in me that we literally have choices and we choose to do
Mhm.
whatever the fuck we want to do now.
Yeah.
And if that's, and I let fear hold me back a lot, like before, like I said before, and it's still today, I still do it, but I'm able to recognize it. And one of my like big goals was this podcast and growing it to reach as many people as possible. Like that's my mission statement literally is to positively impact as many people as I can before I die. Like I have that written on my vision board. Like that's like, I don't know. So I try to do that everywhere I go, no matter what. And I don't like, I set 100,000 downloads, by the end of this year. And I think, I believe that we can definitely do that. And I'm excited to do it. And it's going to be like a growth process, dude. And it's, I'm excited about it. That's the thing.
We'll have to think. We'll have to think of something special that we'll all have to do if we hit 100,000 downloads. When we hit 100,000 downloads, we're gonna have to do something.
All right.
We'll have to think
We'll
of
figure that out.
something crazy.
Go to Tijuana.
Yeah, dude. I think
Get
I
handcuffed
want
to
to
a
do
bed.
that anyway. No, not handcuffed to a bed.
We can go there, man.
Can
All
you
be
give us
speakers.
the Goomer experience?
I'll take the brochure.
I was told.
I was told.
I want to go to the place where you get in a fight. Show me that.
That
Dude, I'll
dude,
pay extra.
they should have a new brochure with like normal rehab and then the goomer.
That's crazy, man. It's been a long. It's been a journey, dude.
It has, dude.
The Cooper experience.
I wrote on my Facebook yesterday.
Oh, that
on the-
got me, dude. That
I wrote on my Facebook on New Year's Eve, dude.
Jordan,
What?
You're funny, bro. We're a favorite guy in this
was the
podcast.
goomer.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you, Goomer. No. You can compliment me all you want. Don't have to apologize for that. I'll take it. Oh no, I was just saying. I wrote on my Facebook. I was like, the 2020 was apparently to everyone like the worst year that we've had in the history of years. And I was like, if 2020 was the worst year, like I got sober. Like I rediscovered things I love in life. I moved to a new city. I met you guys. I have like new friends, new family. We started this podcast. I got closer with my family. I'm like, if 2020 was the worst year ever, I had a fucking great 2020. So I can only imagine what 2021 and 2022 and 2023 is going to bring, because I'm just going to keep building and making my life better. And I'm just so excited about like the future. That's my vision going into this new year, to just try to, that whole nothing seems impossible anymore. I can everything seems in my grasp. So it's just to make this year as good as possible, kind of like how I did last year. So that's kind of how I've been feeling,
That's an amazing feeling too, to truly
is.
feel that way. Like it's possible.
Empowered, yeah.
Yeah, it is. And despite any struggles with like myself that I have, like I do believe, man, as long as I stay sober, like I do believe like reasonable happiness is obtainable. I believe that good life is obtainable. I believe like I can truly like obtain freedom in life and on a level that I crave, man. It's crazy, but I feel that. And it's something that I'd like try to hold on to, man, because I don't want to let it go. And I want to like run off of that motivation,
Yeah.
and I think, I think we all blessed with a super good support system, for the most part, the recovery community and just our own little circle, man. It's a good spot to
dude.
start, dude. For
I was thinking to
support.
myself, man, I just want to push you guys, man, as much as possible. Like, just, I really just want to be more positive influences in you guys' life. Not that I'm so special or I can impact you guys' life that much, but it's just like, I'm still like, hey, what's up, piece of shit? But hey, man, like, how you doing today? Or just call more often.
sounds like the end of an episode over there.
I don't know, man. Something about this year, I was just like, all right, 2020 it was what it was, and I'm excited for this year, man.
I'm with Jordan though, dude. Like, I understand 2020 was a shit show, like for the world, I guess. But I mean, this was technically my first full year sober, and we're all like smack dab, pretty brand new into recovery.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had a good time.
Me too.
Like, I mean, I was like, but
Mm.
again, it goes to what we make of it, right? Whether it's parking lot meetings or just hanging out wherever the hell we can.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of it was perspective and what we made it. Like, dude, I agree, dude. If 2020 is that all you got? Is that all you got?
I did a lot. I had a lot of fucking ups and downs in 2020, but you know, I had choices in 2020, and the biggest choice was I didn't have to fucking get high. You know,
Yeah.
like that hit me so hard that meeting earlier when he was like, "Today I got choices," you know. And I was like, damn, like we really do have choices. I was like, because I mean, I say it all the time, but I don't know, it just hit me different when he said that because I seriously had no choices at all in my addiction. Like, I was just in Ohio for Christmas, and like they were talking about some crazy shit that I used to do, and it was just like, holy fuck, I can't believe I was doing that shit.
It's like you were saying, dude. It's like a movie, dude.
It was like,
you're-
yeah, man. I was having a conversation on New Year's Eve with one of my friends, and it was like, she was like, yeah, it's like the old Donnie is like dead now, and you know, you're creating this new one. And I was like,
crazy,
it's
huh?
like it was like I lived this crazy, chaotic movie, and then that movie ended, and I'm able to just make my own movie with the small choices that I make every day. It's like the small,
crazy.
attainable goals that I set, and my confidence grows more every time I complete
Mhm.
one of those small tasks, and you know, everything, like I believe we can change and do whatever. Like I always grew up thinking, like people would say in my family, you know, like, oh, they'll never change, you know, they'll never change. Like I don't know if you guys ever heard like someone say that before, but I truly believe that we can change, you know, through setting, you know, taking action, because it's never going to be the perfectly right time to do something. Like I'm never going to feel like, okay, all right, I'm going to wait till I feel this way to do this. You know, that's how my whole life, I was like, I have to feel this way
Yeah.
to accomplish.
It's got to
this.
be right.
It's got to be
perfect conditions.
Everything's got to be lined up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I've realized and what I've learned from other people is that action will create those thoughts. Like if I just continuously take action, no matter how I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, take the action, and slowly my brain will catch up with my action. And then I'll train my subconscious mind, and then my subconscious mind will tell my conscious mind to continue to do those actions because I started getting those positive results from it.
Yeah. It's like it's like how we started this podcast. We sat and we planned and we talked about it for so long, and we did everything.
I'm so fucking grateful.
We
for-
even recorded.
Shout
We
out.
recorded episodes, and we were like, "No, that one wasn't good enough yet. No, that was bullshit. No, that one was this." And we would probably still be planning to this day if Dylan's wife didn't make the Instagram and go, "There's an episode dropping on Tuesday." We were all like,
Oh,
"Fuck."
Yeah, I'm so fucking grateful that she posted that. That pushed us to take action, dude. Because we would have talked about it and talked about it and talked about it.
I know.
Eh.
Have we ever mentioned that?
I
We don't
won't-
even
I don't
run
think
it?
so. We talk about it all the time, but I
We don't
think
even
we've
run
said
the
it.
social media.
Yeah. Huge shout out.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll every
Bree.
once in a while, one of
For
us
real.
answers, like, we'll look at it and look at messages and shit like that. But she runs for the most part the
Yeah.
look and the post and
Oh yeah. I mean,
Selecting the
she
pictures.
lets us respond to the messages, obviously, but
yeah.
Shout out.
She'll
Yeah,
let
so,
us
if, so
know.
if you ever
Real.
need someone to run your Instagram account,
Yeah.
hire Bree.
for real, dude. I know.
She's good, man. She's relentless, dude. She's
Oh,
like,
I know. She's our boss.
Yeah.
Remember we were sitting in that party or what was it? That Friendsgiving. Someone's like, so who's the boss? And
We all
we're all sitting together, and Bree's like off to the side, and we're like looking at her like that person.
I know. Like the silent killer behind the show. Like,
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Shout out to her, dude.
for real, it's the accountability I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Because,
For
like
sure.
you said, dude, we didn't even know we had an episode dropping.
Yeah, she's
She was like
dude,
sick of it.
I'll never forget the first conversation.
so
We were pissed, dude. Like, who is she to say that we are dropping an episode
I know,
Tuesday?
Dylan. You better check your wife, man.
Your wife, dude. That shit was funny, man.
Oh man, but now I'm like super grateful because it's like, damn, dude, she does a lot,
yeah,
man.
dude. Mm-hmm.
She works harder on the show than I do.
Well, that's for sure.
Nah, dude, it is. It's that accountability and that like little kick in the ass that, you know, I think we needed. Because
Yeah.
like you said, dude, we'd probably still be like, so what's the first episode gonna be?
Because we're all fucking perfectionists, dude. Everything has to be perfect.
Yeah, I know, dude. Just I don't know.
Slowly and
Fear
surely,
riddled.
man.
I know that.
Oh, definitely. Mm.
Dude, Donnie, what you were talking about going back to Ohio and everyone was talking about the old Donnie being dead. I had my own experience with that this week. Yeah, I called Dylan because I was having a bad fucking day, dude. And I was just going through it. And so I called him on my way to work. And one of the things that I did in the bad day, I was looking through all my Instagram stories from 2019, dude. And I shit you not, it is the most sad, pathetic piece of shit, woe is me, depressed thing I've ever seen in my life.
Your exact words were, "I was such a little bitch."
Yeah, I was such a little bitch. And like, I thought like, it was almost like this cry for attention that I thought like, oh, this will get people to like me if I post this type of thing. And I was just like, what the fuck was I thinking? And it was that same thought. And then I went through all my 2020 ones, right? Since I've been sober. And those were all good feelings. And it was to be able to look at that and go, I'm not that person anymore. Like it made me feel embarrassed, but I'm
like
not that
cringeworthy. You're just like,
it was so cringy, but I'm not that person anymore. I've grown, I've matured. And it was that thing, that old Jordan is dead now. And now I don't have to worry about him, you know, cause there's a new me. So I had my own little experience with that this week, but it still put me in a funk, man.
Dude,
It was knowing it. I was just cringing.
your day started off fucked from the get.
Yeah. You just want to hear how that day started off?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do. Tell me more.
So I had to wake up early. So I worked the night shift.
Jordan rants coming up.
Yeah, so I work the night shift, so I usually get to bed about 9 a.m. I had to get up at noon to leave my house because the house cleaner was coming because she usually comes on Thursdays, New Year's Eve, whatever. So I had to get up to leave. So I on 3 hours of sleep, I go into the shower and I'm just tired. I'm like half asleep sitting in the shower. And I'm going to sit in the shower. Oh, I'm sitting down. So I go to sit down and I get the faucet goosed me right up my fucking asshole, dude.
holy shit! You got a bidet?
Oh,
A bidet?
No, the top of the faucet, bro.
Oh, yes, he didn't get a bidet. He got fucked.
I was like, ah!
He goes, my asshole's all scratched up.
Yeah. And then the shower water was coming down on me and it was stinging going all down. I know that's a gruesome story, but fuck it. That's how my day started.
Dude, that
off.
sounds painful.
Oh, it just got worse and worse. When he was telling it, it was like, what? That story got crazier. It was one of those things, dude.
Yeah, my day just got worse and worse and worse from that point on. It was just like shitty thing kept happening after another. And I was like, fuck. It was just a bad day. But then I called Dylan. We were able to laugh about me getting fucking
Raped by the shower.
shower shoved up my ass, and we cracked up about it, and it was just having the good laugh and talking it through just made me feel better going into work.
Does your shower have that little thing that you pull up?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, that'll teach you not to sit down in the shower. What the hell, dude?
Nah, that was good though, man. And that was so good. And that's just
Drop the soap.
what I didn't. Yeah, what I didn't tell you on that, man, was how proud of you I was, because like that was like I was listening and watching you like work your program right there. You picked up the phone, you called, and you talked yourself through it. All I did was listen. I didn't say anything really. I just let you talk through it, dude. What, dude?
I've been doing that forever, and I get shit about it.
That's because I don't hear a story about Jordan being like shower abused and say, it's tough, man. Okay, I actually heard him out, all right?
I heard him too.
Yeah, but you're a dick. Well, you did, and it was awesome, man. I was like, I even told Brie, I was like, no, Jordan was just having a rough day. It was a good conversation.
Yeah.
That was funny, though, man. I had a good time. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. It was-
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Prepare a daily Donnie for us.
Always, man. What do you mean, dude?
I don't know.
What do you need?
Is that what you said?
What you got?
Yeah, what you got, bro? You got one-liners, sentences, phrases. What you got? I need a
I
paragraph.
said, what do you
fucking motivation.
No, what do you need?
what you need? What you need? I got daily Donnies. I got motivations. I got quotes. I got famous sayings.
I got historical figures.
What you need?
I know. What the fuck?
I was a dope dealer, now I'm a hope dealer.
Yeah,
bro.
no shit, dude.
Is that what he said?
I got a book that says that.
Oh man.
I said, what do you mean? But it sounded like me.
That's what I heard.
Oh,
What you got, bro?
yeah. What you got, dude?
I don't wear my cargo shorts no more.
Aw. All
Nah,
right,
I got you, dude. Yeah, man. I think everything beautiful, happens on the other side of fear.
God damn it. We already used that Daily Donnie before.
Yeah,
No,
you
he didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember.
All right. Cut.
Damn, it took, let's see.
That's my favorite
God
one.
damn, it
dude.
took 55 minutes for this episode to get good, but now it's good.
Oh shit.
That's
I don't-
the only one I remember.
he probably could have dropped any other one, and I would have been like, nice.
Nice.
All right, dude.
Dude.
Action, and action, dude. Faith without works is fucking dead.
Did you use that one before?
I don't know, man.
No, I just made
Jordan, we good on that?
It's a new
Not in
year.
the Bible.
It's my famous line, bro.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Now he's stealing from Jesus. All right, cool.
Someone had.
I lie at you.
Good man to
still.
steal from.
Oh man.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Jesus.
Thank you, Dylan.
I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate all you guys. It was nice
Mhm.
spending New Year's with you and looking forward to killing it in 2021, dude.
Yep, it's coming.
Hashtag fucking savage. We're a big dick jeans. All right, so we can cut that out.
I don't even know what he said, but
I didn't hear it.
yeah.
Never mind. All right.
Anyways, reach out for how's it go, Dylan?
End it off, dude. Strong.
All right.
Come
Thank
on.
you, Donnie. Appreciate that, Daily Donnie. Jordan, Goomer, Donnie, thank you guys for keeping me clean today. Everybody out there, thank you so much for being a part of my recovery. If you like this show, think it could help somebody, share it. Share it. All of you out there, get connected, go to a meeting, ask for help. Thank you so much. And look forward to vibing with you in 2021. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Not So Normal.